Hello, good afternoon or good evening, I may say. Right, today is another online workshop brought to you by the School of Business and Accountancy. I, Nita Mama Idris, the acting head of School of Business and Accountancy, okay, in conjunction with our this month thematic month, lifelong learning. Okay, today I'll be sharing with you some interesting what I call that motivational or slides regarding lifelong learning from zero to hero. Okay, what you may learn, what you may capture in the future, whether you want to pursue your career or you want to improve your knowledge, skills, and abilities towards another level of academic. So today I'll be sharing with you a slide so that we can together have some input and give you benefits. All right, so Ms. Sohaila, can you please share the slide of today's online workshop? Okay, I would like to thank you for the participation from the students, all right, academic staff, MAIC staff, all right, welcome to our special online workshop today. Okay, so as you can see the title, okay, a lifelong learning from zero to hero. As what we know, all of us started with zero, okay, like a plain white linen cloth, all right. And how do you shape your life? How do you shape your future is on our own hands to decide. All right, what do you know actually lifelong learning? All right, Miss Island, next slide. Okay, if you see here, okay, lifelong learning as what we may say is a form of self-initiated education that is focused on personal development. That means your effort, your commitment on how you would like to pursue, on how would you like to enhance or improve your life towards better. Okay, if you see the diagram, the ongoing, voluntary and self-motivated pursuit of knowledge, because why we want to that put ourselves in terms of learning culture. You want to improve your experience in knowledge. All right, next one, Miss Waila. Okay, you see this, of course we all know. Okay, you learn when you were born how to walk, how to crawl by your mother, by your parents, by your guardians. So when you enter school time, okay, your focus is to become better at what you do. That's why involve yourself in the school activities. Okay, some of you scout girls, all right, badminton club, all right, and what interests you that you want to experience yourself. And maybe during school time you want to experiment of your skills and your that your knowledge. Then after that you want to keep pace with the changing environment, especially technology. Okay, you enter yourself college, university, all right, where you become adult. Okay, you develop, evolve yourself towards more better learners, independent, all right, far from home, far from your parents, but you have the guardians guidance, okay, during your study time at college. And then you want to also explore yourself more, what you want to be and or to become in the future. And then for personal enjoyment as well, yes, it's what I can see youngsters, even including me during my young time, all right, teenage time. I love to enjoy a lot, but at the same time, I'm looking what I want to pursue. Okay, I want to share some of my life experience. I was like you before, I love to enjoy things, hang out with friends. I have this kind of laziness of study as well. That's what I can see, the reflection of what I have experienced towards the youngsters nowadays. But towards sometimes when you come to the end of your study life, okay, you may want to think, okay, I'm going to finish my study. Okay, what would I do? Normally some people may ask you, what do you want to do in your life? That's why in class, for example, I love to ask my students, okay, what do you want to do? Tiba, what do you want to do? Atika, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? What do you want to become? So if you need to find that from within yourself of what interests you, okay, what is your passion? Okay, and then after that you go for internship, all right, and then you experience yourself towards the working environment, then work life. Okay, a real environment of what you see different than what you are experiencing during your study time. Okay, there you develop your another skill. So nowadays you can see the importance of soft skill. Okay, to have what you call that self-management ability. All right, independent, and later on, okay, you want to explore more. Okay, your curiosity, you tend to become anxious. Yes, I can see, I agree with Miss Katie. She says that lifelong learning can enhance our understanding of the world around us. Yes, you explore, not only explore, but you expose yourself what you see outside. All right, okay, next slide, Miss Sohaila. Okay, then after you have see, okay, this is the building blocks for learning, just a brief, okay, just a framework from time to time, like what we have seen just now, okay, from your childhood time, okay, and then you entered the school, okay, then still you are under the care for your parents, all right, and then you tend to learn during your school time with your friends, okay, and then you start to experience things, you start to, like some school children, they love to explore, and then they start to do things by themselves. Okay, and then you go for the middle school, okay, and then the high school, all right, and then you enter the university colleges where you start to perseverance. That means you want to be more resilient. Okay, you want to be more adapting and adopting of what the environment would give to you for the future. All right, okay, Miss Viola, next one. Okay, so if you see here, this is what we look in terms of the student. Okay, of course, when you entered the school and then you entered the college, for example, you you look yourself as a very innocent, what we call that naive. Okay, you know nothing, only for fun, for example. But then after some time, you need to develop yourself in the sense that ask yourself, what am I here? Why am I here? Okay. What can I bring to myself? Okay. What can I do for better? Okay. Living for my better future. Okay. Remember, others may give you support, others may give you advice, but at the end, how you shape your world, okay, at the end, how you see yourself is how you bring out your inner characters. That's what we call lifelong learning as well. Okay, so when you are a student or now you're studying, okay, so you need to achieve what we call that intrinsic and also extrinsic motivation. So what satisfies you? Remember, yes, I know some of the students learn management, organization, a lot of subjects. Okay, you talk about motivation. What motivates you? What is your intention? I'm talking about like mother, kind of mother lah, because yes, you are the children. We want to create a new generation that not only just learn but also learn by doing culture, learning experience. All right, that's what we want to create you. Okay, what is your intrinsic motivation? What is the factor for you to pursue your future? What is your factor or satisfaction factor? Okay, sometimes students they say that means my reward, like my father said, if I manage to get all A's for the subject after I graduated, my daddy wants to buy me a new car. Yes, that is your motivation factor. Because in your life, all right, what do you want to do? There must be a goal. Okay, this is also another question I always ask students, mentees, what is your goal? Short-term goal, long-term goal. Because if you don't have a goal, okay, your focus for your end, okay, that means how do you want to plan for your life? All right. Yes, Miss Raja also share her comment. Okay, one can never say I have developed enough soft skill. Yes, even me myself also not, still considering that I am not good in terms of providing, okay, service and knowledge. So I need to learn. That's why I love to explore more YouTube, how to be a very good presenter, communicator, all right, and also develop a sense of a circle of interaction. Okay, that is why it is a lifelong learning process. Yes, soft skill nowadays is very much needed, guys. All right. So you can see that dependent learner, okay, sufficient learner, dependent. Sometimes, yes, you cannot be too much on independent yourself because you might not know what is ahead of you. So you may think that I know everything, I'm adult, I'm already grown up. Okay, so don't think that yet. Okay, so sometimes you have this sense of curiosity, meaning that you want to ask more and more. Yes, it's good. And also you need a lot of emotional support. That's why we have mentor mentee, okay, pastoral care, or you have a good support from your friends, from your peers. And also this may ongoing when you work or get married, because lifelong learning is not about what you are studying and what you want to do, but at the end of the tunnel. Okay, do you think that you have achieved enough? Do you think that you have contributed enough? All right, next one, Miss Suhaila. Okay, that's what you see, your motivation factor. Okay, so this is what you see, the framework, another framework of lifelong learning, the 3R, the 4C, right, and the XLLL. Okay, the 3R is your basic, is as your foundation: reading, writing, arithmetic, or what you call as cognitive skill, a critical thinking skill. That's what you learn like in Miss Razia's class. Okay, before this, creative and critical courses, time management. These are all the things that you need to adapt in your everyday life to practice yourself. Okay, reading is important. All right, reading is important. Yes, Sarahana, very good. There will be never ending of learning. Even you die, like Dalai Lama also said that you learn until you die. Okay, how do you write properly? How do you write better? Because every day you will meet people, not only clients, not only customers, guys. Okay, sometimes you may want to write to your parents, beloved one, to your teachers to say thank you, right? A good writing that can give a good impression, a good emotional reflection towards the receiver. Arithmetic, of course, you're not only talking about numbers, but how do your mind works towards understanding, like the effect of a certain outcomes. And then the 4C, this is what we are looking in our current skill, okay, current environment of, we call that career: collaboration, creativity, communication, critical thinking. So this is what to develop you as a thinker. Okay, if you learn about the 7 categories of hats, I know that some of the lectures taught about that as well. So you will see your different characters that you may want to develop. Okay, sometimes you may think that you are like this, and others may view you as this kind of a person. So the use of 4C is what most of the companies are looking, and also how do you able yourself in bringing out, not bringing in, bringing out, okay, your inner factors, your inner characters, for that people to know you. Okay, and yes, again, Miss Katie said that one of the statement: tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. Yes, collaboration. Okay, people, they not only learn to understand, but they need to learn and do. So that's what we provide you: group work, okay, project, for you to be able to communicate. And then at the end is your outcome. Okay, the extra skills of lifelong learning. Yes, motivation, curiosity. All right, you want to ask a lot of questions. Sometimes people say, why this earth is like this? Why am I like this? How to improve yourself better? Self learning. Put your initiative, put your effort to learn more. Not only, yeah, if you're doing TikTok, digital marketing, online business, that is also you need to learn on how to develop more better outcome. Digital readiness, yes, you are now, okay, we are now using or adapting ourselves the use of technology. Everything is digital, online classes or hybrid classes, everything. Now we are also doing online workshop, okay, to provide you better knowledge and to prepare yourself to become social entrepreneur, technopreneur in the future. That is what you will see as the outcome or output of how you achieve your goal in the future. All right, next one. So these are the 4 ways of how we normally learn. Okay? Challenging experience. Don't go for something that is very much routine. Okay, try to challenge your ability, but not too much challenging if you think that you only have this kind of limit ability. All right, you have to make sure that, okay, I want to challenge myself. What can I do? Bring it on. Okay. If you think that you want to do bungee jumping and you have the confidence to do that, go ahead. Like people say, we only live once. Yes, we cannot die today. Tomorrow we alive again. No, right? Okay. So do something that give experience and try to experiment to see the outcome. Okay, that's why you are doing assignment. Okay, you are doing any kind of class project, even presentation. Go for it and find what call that stretch yourself. Okay, maknanya kembang, stretch your ability. All right, and then opportunities to practice. So whatever that you learn, we practice. Theory, concept, you put into practice. And then creative conversation, not conservation, conversation. Something that can bring a live or lively kind of conversation with your people. Like, for example, you're having a presentation of the project to your clients, to the meeting. Come up with something creative that can give impact. Become like Miss Raja created an impact maker. Be an impact maker towards others that can give impression to you. Wow, the wow factor. That's why I always tell to my students, especially in the marketing class, all right, public relations class, you are a brand. So create something that is unique that others around you may recognize very well. And also, time for reflection. Look at yourself. Okay, at the end of the time, at the end of the day, whatever you do, you go shopping, you are dating, right, Miss Katie, buat TikTok, reflect yourself. Okay, you may want to be in front of the camera, okay, or in front of the mirror, okay, doing live, or for example, what you have done, okay, what you have experienced, how does it reflect towards your learning factor? Okay, right, next one. Okay, now let's see the characteristics of a lifelong learning model. Traditional and those who are focusing more on lifelong learning. So I'll not go into detail. You can see that we focus on the lifelong learning. So they are more on sources of knowledge, meaning that the educators, okay, are the guides to the sources of knowledge. So they can be a reference, they can be, we call that we call that a provider of information during class time. Okay, learn by doing, action, not just to gain knowledge, not just to provide understanding, but also, okay, today I'm learning something new. Oh, this is what the lecturer is saying. Okay, I want to practice. Even you want to drive a car, of course, what you need to do first, you need to learn and then you need to practice. You don't just sit in on the car and then just hold the steering and do nothing. Okay, something that you have to do. Okay, and then the next one, people learn in groups. See that? People learn in group, and also you need to find what you call that the vibrant. You need to find the you call that the environment that you can adapt. Remember, you are not alone in this world. And then when you work later in the future, or when you want to pursue your study for the next level, you are not alone. So you need to be in a group, you need to be in a society. Okay, and then assessment is used to guide learning strategy. Like always we tell to the students learning outcome. So that's why you do presentation, okay, assignment, all right, project, or maybe hands-on project, practical like graphic, whatever courses that you are taking. Okay, what is your strategy to learn, and then how do you identify what this can bring to you? Okay, what you're doing, and then you think, where can I go after this? So you need to find something that show your interest. Okay, maybe for example, you can say that example, my Sarah, she loves on doing handicraft. So maybe she has a passion. After this, I want to continue to open a new kind of business for handicraft, for maybe accessories, tudung design, example. All right. And educators develop individual learning plan. Of course, you have mentor mentee, you have your pastoral care, supporters, parents, family, all right, to plan. Okay, they may not be your bridge, but they may give you advice. So you are the bridge, you are the linking factor to from one point to another point. Okay, and then people have access in learning opportunities over a lifetime. See that. It is not too late, even though you are 50 years old, 60 years old. Remember, we have that I think like previous news that the uncle who is 80 years old got PhD. So he said what a very good point, a very good advice from him. Learning has no limit. Learning has no boundary. So go for it. Even you want to cook. I'm not a good cook, not expert cook, but I tried even though some people may think, wow, so delicious, but never taste. That is learning. All right. So what? Yes, what Miss Sarah Hannah said. Assignment teach lots of skills. Yes, writing skills, presentation, preparing for the documents. All right. Collaboration, time management, communication, and others. Okay. The focus is what do you want to provide as the outcome. All right, Miss Wyland, next one. Okay, this I found this interesting. The mental habits that support the lifelong learning. Yes, it's true. You have to set your mindset first. Okay, you have to set your mindset. Now you may think that okay, I still want to enjoy. Okay, I'm still young. Okay, I want to have fun. All right, study later, maybe working later. Yes, it's true. Even I was like that also. But at one point, okay, there's a turning point that you need to set your mindset. What do I want to be? Remember, I said just now, what do I want to be? What can I become? What can I contribute? So be a risk taker. Okay, push yourself to the limit lah. Go out from your comfort zone. Don't like I cannot. This one cannot. I'm so miss. I'm very shy to do presentation. We don't like that kind of excuse. Even when you work or you've pursued your degree or master's program, you cannot simply tell to your group members, I'm so sorry, I cannot do this. It's very difficult. They may kick you out. Remember, our environment is very aggressive and vibrant and constantly change. Okay, maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, okay lah, fine. It's okay, don't worry, I help you, friend, okay, don't worry, now cannot. Okay, risk taker. Humble self-reflection. Still, even though you may be daring, right? Some people, they might be daring, vocal, loud, but still stay to yourself. Be humble in the sense that okay, not only low, not low profile. Humble means okay, have a sense of friendliness, okay, warm, all right, positive aura, openness to new ideas, open mind. Don't narrow your mind that negative or pessimistic. Oh, cannot lah this one. I think it's not good. Oh, cannot this one. That means your life will always be negative. Okay. All right. Next one is solicitation of opinion. So get information from others, like open mind and listen well. Get opinion from others. Don't say that your friend is just started to talk and no, 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 cannot learn this one. Not good idea. Mine is better. Don't be like selfish. You can't. You fish and then you swim towards yourself, but you forgot your friend. And careful listening. This is like yes, Miss Raja said that one of the powerful soft skill is listening, the ability to listen to others. So this is what I always ask my student in class: Are you listening? How do you test yourself that you are listening? All right. Okay. Next one. Okay, I think a bit more to go. All right. So just a diagram, okay, a pictogram to show you a simple ways to engage in lifelong learning. So just from my point of view, okay, in order for you to engage yourself in lifelong learning is that do not stop to learn. Learn is a continuous experience because the more you learn, the mature you become, the more you understand about the world. Okay, and not only that, show your positive attitude. Okay, this is a good tips of success student to go for a better future outcome. Okay, always not only humble, okay, positive attitude in the sense that do not always show that you are this kind of a person. Do not be so arrogant because you may never know. Today you may be top of the ladder. Suddenly you are down because world is spinning around. Okay. So again, positive attitude, learning experience, learning culture, and the most important is respect. Respect others, be respectful, all right? And people will respect us. All right, Miss Wyland, next one. Okay, this one. what Miss Raja commented just now, the current century skill from the rubric performance area, critical thinking. This is what we need. Okay, students to have the ability to think in a wider perspective, or some, if you learn management, conceptual skill. Okay, do not look in terms of just a bridge is a bridge. What if you cross the bridge to another path? You may see a different angle of the environment, of the world. So you don't see only one part. For example, if you see your friend is sleeping, then you say, oh, she's lazy, lah. Maybe she's playing online game. No, you must have a sense of abstracting yourself towards understanding the area. And then, yes, collaboration skill. Work together, engage yourself, participate. You cannot be just a silent partner or what we call normally sleeping partner. And then when you wake up, everything is settled. You're no longer living in an environment that everything has to be provided. So you have to put an effort, collaborate, engage. All right. The next one is communication. Yes, communication, communication, communication. Even I was a shy person before, guys. Okay, to let you know, I was a very shy person during my school time. My mouth was very hard to open. Like I have a gold bars in my mouth. But when I pursue myself to the diploma, I started to take this pre-diploma, okay, intensive English. So I pushed myself towards the comfort zone to speak, to learn English, because I was not a very good in English before, and I was very much hate about English subject. But now I I come to the sense that yes, English communication is important because it is a language that worldly use. Okay, can you go down a bit, Miss Suhaila? Creativity. People are no longer using the same kind of, presentation, conversation, doing work. So you need to come up with something that is unique. All right, like if, for example, I want to know my students, how do you introduce yourself? How do you make yourself known to other people? All right, creativity in the sense of creating your product, creating your assignment, and everything. Okay, right, next one. Okay, a few slides to go. So this is the future of learning, okay, that can provide you a sense of ongoing experience towards a better, okay, not only better education, but your better career, your better living. So you can see this overall as what I have briefed you just now, okay, especially the digital transformation because of the technology, okay, because of the way that we communicate now is also changing, okay, the lifestyle, okay, the working environment. Even I'm working, okay, I cannot just simply say that I don't want to communicate. Oh, yeah, I communicate with Miss Suhaila, I communicate with my bosses. Okay, I have also have my superiors, students. Okay, so you need to adapt yourself that, especially whatever programs that you are taking, you need to communicate. If you can chat with your friends for hours via video call, gossiping here and there, but you're not able to communicate well, that means you're not a good communicator. Communication, conversation are different, guys. I taught you in the class for business communication as well. Yes, Aniki, yes, correct. Everything comes with communication. All right. Even you want to present yourself, doing presentation, interview, you're just gonna like, okay, yeah, right, yes, no. Emojis are not a good communication signal. All right. All right. I think last but not least, all right, Miss Sohaila, next one. We come to the end. Okay, thank you. So what I can say, guys, as a conclusion, lifelong learning is a process for you to develop your sense of maturity, readiness for yourself to face the future that is now challenging. Okay, we are not talking only about the COVID thing, all right, about what you call that, what is the risk, okay, the crisis, but it comes from you yourself. Okay, like I started my true, I call that sense of understanding importance of this lifelong learning. Okay, when I did everything by myself. Okay, okay, I didn't depend much on my family that time. Okay, went for the interview, sending all the resumes. Okay, yes, it was costly, but it gave me such, what I call that, a good outcome. So that's what I became and I become, because my passion was teaching. I love, because I has this inspiration from my teacher. Okay, I want to teach, and also I want to provide what I have learned, okay, during my study to the environment. So be careful. You cannot assume that now and previous and in the future will be the same. So again, before I end my this kind of special sharing session, okay, online workshop, lifelong learning is your experience to learn more and more and to be better. Okay, so for that, thank you again for your participation from the students, all right, from the academic staff, MAIC staff, all right, and hopefully that we may meet again in the future for the upcoming event. All right, stay safe and take a good care and happy weekend. Bye.